Hello, this is Run the Numbers. My name is Jason, and we're doing a video part of the warm-up series. This is a video also part of the 100 videos challenge, where we're doing 100 videos in 100 days, trying to get a whole lot of content out there to help you on your personal finance journey. We're in motion, on the go, enjoying the beautiful sunny weather of Los Angeles, California. It's a little bit late in the day, so we got some long shadows, but nonetheless, hopefully you can see my smile as I enjoy telling you about this particular topic for today, where we are considering if, in fact, miles per gallon is a good metric to consider when thinking about our vehicle's gasoline efficiency. And I even might propose, in fact, I will propose an alternative metric, a different thing to consider as you might, upgrade one of your vehicles, for example, and you want to think through the gas mileage considerations of upgrading a vehicle or getting a new vehicle. So to do so, I want to first kind of level set, give us something of a place for us all to start, where I give an example here. And so the example I'm going to give here is a bit of a cooked example, some easy numbers to consider. And that is, so we can all run the numbers together. So that is, let's say you had two vehicles. One is your sort of gas guzzler. It might be an SUV, it might be an old minivan, and that gets 10 miles per gallon. Now, to balance out that of sort, maybe you have another vehicle that's more purposed for longer commutes, and so you realize it's going to get some use as well. You want that one to sort of counteract that. You've got this gas guzzler, so you got this hybrid car. So that one, it's a full 33 miles per gallon. We could even, you can see where I'm going with this a little bit, in that I'll even say it gets 33 and a third miles per gallon, 33.3333 miles per gallon. So you have the ability, the decision is yours to upgrade one vehicle, right? You have just the amount of funding where you can think, all right, I need to upgrade one vehicle, and maybe it should be the one where I'm thinking through for my personal finance as to what I'm going to spend the least amount of gas going into the future. So I want to keep kind of as the top the top consideration as I upgrade a vehicle, as to what is my plan, so that I can be the most nice. I'm struggling to get it out as to an easy way to say I can be the nicest to my wallet, so that I don't have to pay for as much gasoline going into the future. All right. So the choice that you might have to replace the gas guzzler, your old SUV, or it's an old minivan, what have you, is that you can replace that and full on double. You can get a replacement to that vehicle at 20 miles. Remember, you were getting before 10 miles per gallon. You can now get 20 miles per gallon. Okay, so that's the option to upgrade that vehicle. All right. Now, for your hybrid, you're already doing pretty well in terms of, miles per gallon, but you can just hit it out of the park. You can upgrade that one. Instead of getting 33.3333%, 33.333 miles per gallon, you can upgrade that and get a full 50 miles per gallon, right? So maybe that might be just a super ultra efficient, like top of the line hybrid vehicle, or maybe it's more like a plug-in hybrid. So, if you actually look at what it is in terms of mile per gallon, for the times you do have to fill up the tank of a plug-in hybrid, whatever it may be, you've kind of calculated it out, or it's listed out as the miles per gallon there is 50 miles per gallon. All right, so, here's the time where we run the numbers. So on one hand, you could go from 10 miles per gallon to 20 miles per gallon. Pretty good. You could also have the ability to go from 33.333 miles per gallon up to 50 miles per gallon. So one, you're upgrading 10 miles per gallon of a boost. Now, the other option, your hybrid, you're going from 33 approximate to 50. So that's, doing the math for you, 16 2/3 approximate. So you might be thinking, okay, well, I'm comparing 10, I'm comparing 16 2/3. So obviously this is a very cooked example, and you can kind of see where I'm going to try to be a little bit fun here. And that is that I pull over to let the traffic go by. And that is, I'm trying to point out and show that you might think, yeah, the right way to go about is actually upgrading your hybrid. But in fact, I wanted to challenge you to think instead with a different metric. And the metric, instead of miles per gallon, is how many gallons of consumption of gasoline per 100 miles. So these are easy numbers to think. Well, in my old SUV, the minivan, you're gonna get to consume 10 gallons to travel the full 100 miles, right? 10 gallons, okay? Now, your hybrid vehicle you currently have, it's getting 33 1/3, right? Miles per gallon. If you do the math there, to go a full 100 miles, you're just needing to fill 3 gallons of gasoline, all right? So you can tell right there, those numbers tell you something in and of itself. But let's compare, though, as to what you could be during the upgrade, right? Okay, so back to the SUV, let's look at what we could upgrade to. We could get to 20 miles per gallon. Well, again, let's use our other metric, our metric of gallons per 100 miles. So if we're looking at, let's do a little bit of math here, convert over our 20 miles per gallon over into our metric we like. So that is to say, to travel a full 100 miles, we'll need to fill up 5 gallons per the 100 miles. All right? So we're now, instead of filling up our tank all the way 10 gallons to go to that 100 miles, in the SUV, if we do this upgrade, we are in fact now only needing to consume 5. We go from 10 to 5. Now let's compare that to our hybrid. Our hybrid, we had to fill up, we just mentioned a minute ago, we had to fill up 3 gallons to get us the full 100 miles, right? Now, if we upgrade to an amazing 50 miles per gallon vehicle, that means, to just do some math here, that means we need to fill up our tank of gas in that amazing 50 miles per gallon vehicle. We need to fill it up a full 2 gallons to have us be able to travel the 100 miles. Okay, easy math there. You might be thinking, come on, duh. But what I want to stress here is that as you upgrade your hybrid, you're going from 3 gallons you need to consume and pay for, hurt your wallet at that point, and you're now needing to drop that down to 2 gallons. So you only really sort of give yourself the advantage of saving 1 gallon to travel the 100 miles. Now your SUV, your minivan, whatever it was that was less gas efficient, that you're upgrading, you dropped down from 10 to 5. You're picking up that advantage there, your difference, 5. So this is a cooked example, very illustrative example. The actual thing, as much as you think, oh, it's so phenomenal to reach for this vehicle that gets 50 miles per gallon. Let's upgrade the hybrid. In fact, you'd be doing better on terms of your wallet to in fact go and upgrade that gas guzzling SUV, the gas guzzling minivan, whatever it may have been. In fact, make that a lot better and compare that to our hybrid vehicle. Okay, so I hope that is a good way to show that it really helps to think through, okay, how much actual consumption am I doing for a standard benchmark? I just happen to choose 100 miles. I think that one's nice, kind of keeps things nice and clean. So I'm actually an advocate. Instead of you going to buy a new car, to buy a pre-owned car, whatever it may be, you now are in the market to spend for a vehicle. I would think, and I advocate, that instead of seeing on the sticker for that car all the facts, all the details, instead of seeing all there, the miles per gallon rating, I think it would be far more helpful, far more beneficial if instead you saw a metric that actually makes sense as you do the consumption, and that is how many gallons per 100 miles. All right, I hope I've convinced you to reframe your thinking a little bit, think through it with what you actually are going to be spending instead of this other metric, miles per gallon, that can lead you to kind of get some false ideas as to what vehicle upgrades on the surface could look like the right way to go. But if you actually do the math, what you actually end up paying at the pump, it becomes a little bit more clear that maybe the better metric is in fact gallons per 100 miles. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox as much as I'm trying to convince everyone to reframe their thinking. Hopefully that can help you in your personal finance journey, because you might have something of this as a decision to make, or at least this is a fun thought experiment and it puts a smile to your face like it does mine. All right, that's all I got for you today. Gotta run.